Hey everybody, it's Mucha Marapa from Matrix Global Media, and as part of Facebook timeline marketing, what we're going to do in this video is I'm just going to show you a sort of typical way that I get some of my content. I tweak it a little bit in order to put it onto a timeline. Now, one of my clients is Moon's Cycles Ipswich, and we've been working really hard on this timeline. Previously, the folks at Moon's had opened their Facebook account on a personal profile, so there are still a good 700 odd people over there, and we've been moving them over slowly but surely, but being very diligent in the manner in which we're doing. But what I wanted to do in the video was show you what goes into my thinking and how you can sort of get enough content to put on there to make it interesting. So I've actually taken a tip and some knowledge from somebody who I've got an incredible amount of time for. His name is Mark Shaw, and Mark is, for want of a better word, a Twitter expert. I mean, he really knows his stuff when it comes to Twitter, and he's got a terrific MP3 download that you can, and it's free. So if you just go and find him at twitter.com/Mark Shaw, you'll be able to then click onto his webpage and be able to download this. But what Mark said about the 3 things to do on Twitter, for example, is number 1 is, engage in a bit of social chit chat. You can't totally be so rigid that you're just talking about business all the time and sending out information. So social chit chat. The second is sharing of great information. So if you come across something that somebody else has written or has posted or so on and so forth, go ahead and put that on there. And then third, demonstrate your knowledge and your expertise. And I've pretty much gone ahead and just taken that and applied it to other forms of social media, and it has worked very well. So what I'm going to do in this situation is I'm finding something to put on the Moon's page, and the last few days, we've been sort of looking to get people to sign up for a free bike. As we grow the list, we welcome people when they come onto the page, we put a photo of them. But one thing we do very well here on the Moon Cycle timeline is also sell. We shift bikes, don't you worry about that. But I want to break it up a little bit, because you've got to be careful about just pushing stuff in people's faces all the time. You want to mix it up, and in fairness, that's what Mike Summer at Moons does very well. Here was a free giveaway, so he takes a photo, he says, listen, anyone comes into the shop, I'll give these away, sort of thing. And he did. He got nailed. Everybody came in there. And of course, when the legend that is Sir Chris Hoy decided to call it a day from his cycling, we put things up in there, as we did with Lance Armstrong. Anyway, so today we are going to be selling again. I'm going to be putting some costs for some bikes up later on in the day, but what I just thought was, let's go ahead and engage the folks a little bit. And as Mark says, I'm going to focus on number 1, a bit of social chit chat. Now, without being a mischief maker, something that is actually in the press quite a bit at the moment is a potential, shall we say, disagreement between Sir Bradley Wiggins and Chris Froome, who are both members of Team Sky in the cycling, of course. And I'm not going to get into too much of it. You can just Google their names and you can see what it entails. But what I wanted to do was go ahead and put this situation on the timeline, on Moon's timeline. Okay, so the first thing that I'm doing here is that you see who will lead Team Sky. I thought this would be a good idea to put down there as one of the images, and then I'd get an image of the 2 of them. So I just go ahead up to Jing, I move it down here, and as you can see, what I'm actually doing is I'm just sort of creating a screenshot of this. Okay, so I move it up here, same on this side, and then I go ahead, and if I save it, now as it just happens, because I'm recording this, I've already actually done that. Okay, so I've got the image of this, because this is something that I want to get everybody's attention via their news feeds. And then secondly, I've actually got an image of both the cyclists. Okay, now this is one of the Facebook and social media best kept secrets here. There is a wonderful bit of software called well, it's a program, it's an application, and it is called PicMonkey. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, I actually thought I had PicMonkey up. I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to go okay, so here we are. So you go to www.picmonkey.com, and PicMonkey is a free, there is a free application here where you can go ahead and you can put images in here, you can draw things. It is fantastic. So you go to PicMonkey.com. Okay, so what I want to do now is I want to create a collage. So I go ahead and I click on create a collage. There's the cute little monkey there. Alright, so as you see now, you're going to have all your different choices here. Okay, so you've got all these different things, and folks, as always, the best thing you can do is just play around a little bit with it. But if you look here on the layout and then you look here, that's a sort of mirror image. But what I'm going to go to layouts. Now you can see all the different kinds that you have. I'm just going to go for ducks in a row. So these are just two back to back. So as you can see, we've got two images over here. Alright, so now what I am going to go and do, I'm going to locate this image. Okay, so we go down here, Facebook posts, moon cycles. See, here are some of the things that we'll be posting later on where we're actually looking to get cash from folks. Okay, but here we are now. Okay, so what we've got here is, first of all, we've got that comment that I took from Jing. So I just move that over there and you can see it here. Okay, so it says who will lead. Alright, and you just going to bring it down there. There we go. Okay, and as always, a lot of this is just, just experiment and see what it is. Okay, next I'm going to get the second, which is the image I got of the two of them. Okay, I just moved that over a little bit there. Okay, so now here you go. Look at this. I got my image. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead now and I am going to save it. And you can see over here you have the ability to make it either a decent. Now this is interesting. It says Roger, Pierce and Sean. These are all James Bonds. These are Roger Moore, Pierce Brosnan and Sean Connery. I don't know if it was a deliberate thing. It cannot be a coincidence. But anyway, so it's got Roger, not great quality, tiny file size, which is incredibly disrespectful to Sir Roger. But anyway, then for Pierce, it's got great quality, good file size, and for Sean, or Sean, it's got gorgeous but large file size. And of course, for DC himself, it would be just the Mac Daddy, Daniel Craig. He's my fave. Okay, so anyway, we're over here. It says who will lead Team Sky. So we go save the photo. So we're going to save this now. Okay, so I'm putting it in here and I will just put highlight pick. Okay, so now just a final bit of housekeeping because I've saved this photo. We're almost good to go. Okay, all I want to do now is I want to go back to the article itself and I want to probably just tidy up this URL a little bit. So I'm going to use one of the shorteners. I will go to bit.ly, go up to here, bit.ly, it's in there. So as you can see, it's got all the long words and I just want to shorten it up a little bit, so I have done that. Okay, now we are good to go. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go over to the timeline and I'm going to do Brothers in Arms or Up in Arms. Nice little play of words, isn't it? What are your thoughts about the brewing what are your thoughts about the brewing about, I'll just say without, I don't want to be situation within Team Sky. Why did I do that? Because as always, I want people to engage. I want people to start throwing in their comments. Okay, so I will go over there. That is the link. However, I want to put my own image in there. So I just go over to here and we're going to get that image that I just put together. So we go back here 2 FB posts, moon cycles, and where was it here? Highlight pick, this is it. And we're going to go ahead and post it. So while that is just now posting up, because I went with the actual big high-res version of it, and I'll show you why I actually did that. It's just taking a little while to load up, but it will be there in next to no time. Now this video has taken a little while, okay, but normally, I mean, something like this I can do in probably about 5 minutes. You know, literally you just become good enough to sort of be able to do that. Now as you can see, it's shown up, but you can only see one of them and you can't see the other copy. So I'm just going to go up here and I'm going to click on highlight. Okay, now just for the sake of this video, as you can see, this probably needs to be a little bit smaller and I could adjust it. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to adjust the actual image itself, but this will show you exactly how easy it is to do that. So remember the 3 things here. Number 1 is look at Mark Shaw's tips about social chit chat, okay, sharing of great information, demonstrate knowledge and expertise, okay. Number 2, make sure you take advantage of this wonderful resource that is called PicMonkey. It really is good, okay. And then number 3, make sure that you ask some questions on there to really just get people engaging in that. So I'm just going to go away now and tidy this photo up a little bit. I should have actually done that. I normally do that on a test side, or I check the site to make sure we've got it all. But thanks for taking the time to watch this. Get posting, get engaging, make it interesting, have people enjoy going to your page for things like this. And then of course when you very sort of sneakily slip in the odd sale there, they've got no issues saying, okay, yeah, no, that's fine. On this same timeline you can sort of engage socially, as well as from time to time selling us some stuff. So thanks for taking the time, and I look forward to speaking to you again very soon.